Remember when you couldn't play Fortnite on your iPhone? Yeah, that was a whole thing, but guess what? It's back. Fortnite has made a triumphant return to EU iPhones, and it's all thanks to the Epic Games Store.
That's right. Epic finally has its own app store on iOS in Europe. This is huge news, people. It means you can finally ditch those shady third-party apps or, even worse, switch to Android. You can download Fortnite directly from the Epic Games Store and jump back into the battle bus. No more missing out on those sweet, sweet victory royales.
But wait, there's more. The Epic Games Store isn't just about Fortnite. It also has other awesome games like Rocket League Sideswipe and Fall Guys. And, Epic, they're always adding more goodies to their store. So, what are you waiting for? Grab your iPhone, head over to the Epic Games Store, and download Fortnite right now.
But before you do, let's rewind a bit and see how we got here. Okay, so remember when Epic Games and Apple had that massive brawl a few years back? It was like watching two alpha titans duke it out in a courtroom. The reason? Money, of course.
Epic decided they didn't want to share their Fortnite cash with Apple anymore. So they did what any rebellious teenager would do. They went behind Apple's back. Epic snuck in a secret payment system into Fortnite, bypassing Apple's cut. Apple was not amused. They kicked Fortnite off the App Store faster than you can say victory royale.
Epic cried foul, claiming Apple was being a greedy monopolist. Thus began the legal battle royale of the century. Lawsuits were filed, accusations were thrown, and the internet went wild with memes. It was messy, it was dramatic, and it dragged on for what felt like an eternity. While Epic and Apple were busy trading legal blows, the European Union was like, hold my beer. They decided to step in and lay down the law with their Digital Markets Act, DMA.
Now, the DMA is basically like a digital referee making sure big tech companies play fair. And one of the rules is that companies like Apple can't have a monopoly on app stores. They have to allow other app stores onto their platforms. Apple, of course, wasn't thrilled about this. They tried to argue that it would compromise security and privacy, but the EU wasn't having it. They basically told Apple to either comply or face the wrath of some hefty fines.
So thanks to the EU's digital smackdown, Epic Games was finally able to launch their own app store on iOS in Europe.
Section 4. What's in the Epic Games Store right now? Okay, so the Epic Games Store is on iOS in the EU, but what can you actually get from it? Well, for starters, there's Fortnite. That's the big kahuna, the main attraction. But it's not just Fortnite. You can also find some other popular titles like Rocket League, Sideswipe, and Fall Guys. They're not exactly the biggest names in mobile gaming, but hey, it's a start, right? Now let's be real. The Epic Games Store on iOS is still a bit bare bones. It doesn't have the same massive library of games as its PC counterpart, and it's missing some of the features that we've come to expect from app stores, like user reviews and ratings. But hey, Rome wasn't built in a day, right? Epic is still working on it, and they've promised to add more games and features in the future.
Section 5. Is this a win for gamers? So Epic Games is back on iPhones in the EU. Apple has to play nice with other app stores. But the big question is, who really wins in all of this? Well, on the surface, it seems like a win for gamers, right? More competition usually means better prices and more choices. And hey, we finally have Fortnite back on iPhones. But it's not that simple. Remember, this whole thing started because Epic didn't want to share their profits with Apple. They wanted to keep more of that sweet, sweet Fortnite money for themselves. So, will this lead to cheaper games for us? Or will Epic just pocket the extra cash? It's too early to say. Only time will tell who really benefits from this digital power struggle.
Section 6. What's next for Epic and Apple? So, what's next for these two tech titans? Well, knowing them, this fight is far from over. They're like that couple who just can't stop arguing even though everyone's tired of hearing it. Apple is still grumbling about the EU's decision. They're likely going to appeal it and try to find ways to make life difficult for Epic and other third-party app stores. Epic, on the other hand, is probably popping champagne and celebrating their victory. But they're not going to rest on their laurels. They're going to keep pushing for more control and a bigger slice of the mobile gaming pie. So buckle up, because this roller coaster ride is far from over. We're likely to see more legal battles, more drama, and more memes. And hey, maybe, just maybe, gamers will eventually benefit from all of this.